Are you financial illiterate? Because if you are, it's more likely that you go own crypto, at least according to Canada's central bank. So in this crypto update, I want to talk about this new report and what's going around the world with Bitcoin and altcoins. Let's get started. So to start out, I apologize. My camera seems to be broken today, so you don't see my beautiful face in this crypto update. I promise I will try to fix it for future videos. As always, let's start out with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is at 10,500, and for the last few days, it's just been hovering around here. Hasn't really made any big moves up or down. There's a lot of weakness with altcoins, and it's unknown why there's so much down pressure on altcoins for the past few days. However, according to this new article, if you own Bitcoin or altcoins or any kind of crypto out there, most likely you're financially illiterate. So does that mean everyone holding crypto is basically dumb? Well, according to a new report from Canada's central bank, yes. So to quote, 93% of Canadians with high financial literacy are aware of cryptocurrencies, as opposed to only 72% with those with low financial literacy. Okay. Conversely, 8% of those with low financial literacy reported they own cryptocurrencies, compared to 4% of Canadians with high financial literacy. So what does that mean? If you don't know about money, you're twice as likely to own crypto. To continue on, our estimates reveal the more financially literate are less likely to own cryptocurrencies. They are more likely not to intend to own them in the future. And here's a big quote. A part of the large cryptocurrency market is comprised of unsophisticated investors with lower financial literacy skills. These investors are likely to overestimate the reward prospect in cryptocurrencies and underestimate the risks involved with related investments. I think this is a desperate attempt from Canada's central bank to try to sway people away from owning Bitcoin and crypto. And why do I think this? We have some of the smartest people out there that really know about money. We're talking about billionaires, self-made billionaires that are talking about Bitcoin and crypto and talking about getting into Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation. More and more people are coming to crypto and Bitcoin. And I think this really scares banks, specifically central banks, as they lose more power. So I think this is total nonsense. Sure, there's going to be people that jump in because they want to make a quick buck, but there's also a lot of people that are jumping in because fears about fiat. So moving on, looking at the crypto fear and greed index, we're now at 43, which is considered fear. Yesterday was fear, last week was fear, but last month we were extreme greed because everything was on the uprise. So what happened, right? Why did we drop from 70s or 80s all the way down to where we are, 40s? Well, it's anyone's guess at this point. There's a lot of weakness with the broader market, with the stock market. I fear that maybe the bubble has burst for a tech sector. But there's also elections coming up. There's still COVID fears. There's a lot of things going on, right? The economies around the world are still doing bad. And with all that said, it could have nothing to do with any of those things. It could be just part of a natural cycle. We know everything doesn't go up forever. Things do take a break and come down every so often. And that appears to be what's happening right now. However, there's good news because usually when there's a lot of FUD and negative social sentiment like what we're feeling and seeing right now, there's typically a bounce right afterwards. And this relates to what Warren Buffett says about investing. Invest when others are fearful, right? And that's the name of the game. Because when you think everything's going to go lower, most likely that's when things are going to turn around. So it could be that Bitcoin and altcoins could be seeing a pretty significant bounce in the near future. Now moving on, the crypto clown of the day, Justin Sun. Now, I think this is a little harsh because this does appear to be a genuine mistake. However, Justin did tweet this out not too long ago. Tron users exceeded 10 billion. Next goal, 100 billion. If Tron exceeds 10 billion, that would mean that aliens are now on top of Tron. So yes, this is a mistake. But you know what? Justin gets picked on because he is who he is and he does do marketing shenanigans. However, I will say that Tron is doing some interesting things. This is also pretty interesting. Christie's auction is set to sell its first non-fungible token as part of an epic Bitcoin artwork. Fungible tokens are ones that could be divisible. Non-fungible tokens are ones that are not meant to be divisible, and you can assign them to digital items, such as in-game items, or to precious artwork. Art historian turned blockchain artist Robert Alice has created Portrait of a Mind, a monumental series of 40 paintings stretching over 50 meters in length. It'll be interesting to see how much the very first non-fungible token sells for, part of this auction. And if it does get a lot, if it fetches a lot, this will definitely open eyes for others to invest in non-fungible tokens of other assets. Next up is Craig Wright, and he is in some hot waters right now. He has tried to get out of this lawsuit against the claimants for his 1.1 million of Bitcoin, supposedly. And the judge will not dismiss the case. So now it is set to go to trial. So everything that Craig Wright has done with his fake emails and his bonded carrier and all these things that he's been saying that has been complete lies, well, the judge saw them as lies and decided not to dismiss the case. So now this is going to go to trial. So it really doesn't matter what happens during this trial. It's not going to be good for Craig Wright. Either his reputation gets damaged or his pockets get damaged. It doesn't matter if you can prove it or not prove it at this point. It's just not going to be good overall for him. And we'll see what happens when this trial starts. If there's any other surprises that Craig pulls out of his pockets, because right now everything he has pulled out has not worked in his favor. DeFi certainly isn't affected. The locked-in value continues to recover and it's back up to 9.51 billion. So it's nearing its recent high and it wants to break through and make a new high. So the people that are involved with DeFi, they're still growing. They're not going away. And I want to clarify that not everything in DeFi is bad. By utilizing Uniswap or DEX, that does not mean it's bad. You want to get away from a centralized exchange. So yes, that is actually a good thing. If you want to utilize lending, or if you want to utilize lending mechanism to earn interest, for example, staking your crypto, that's not bad either. What's bad about DeFi is what people are doing with yield farming and with the projects that are being pumped and dumped. There's new projects coming out. There's a food craze with DeFi right now, especially with yield farming. And it seems like every single one that comes out skyrockets to the moon and then gets dumped. So that's what's bad about DeFi right now. So you have to be careful. But overall, the DeFi ecosystem is still growing and I think it's very healthy. As for altcoins, there's still a lot of weakness. For the past week, they have been slowly trending down, and it's unknown when they're going to turn back up. But if this article holds true for Bitcoin, it can certainly hold true for altcoins. So if you go down the list, for example, Ethereum is at 340. Not too long ago it was at 380, and not too long ago is above 400. If you go down the list, Polkadot not too long ago was above $5. Binance Coin was also higher. Litecoin was higher. Chainlink was definitely higher. It's nearing $8 now. Cardano was above 10 cents. Now it's below 10 cents, right? So if you go down the list, there's a lot of weakness still with altcoins. So it'll be interesting to see when they turn around. So right now could actually be a good time to buy the dip, right? To pick up a little to dollar cost average because usually when there's a long period of time of weakness, guess what happens next? There's strength. All right, guys, that's it for this crypto update. So what do you think about Canada's recent report about being financial illiterate? And also, what do you think about the overall market? Also, make sure to hit the like and subscribe to the channel. And I do plan on putting more videos out on my vlog channel. So if you're interested to see what's going on within my life, then definitely subscribe to that channel as well. All right, guys, take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.